like we said on the last video, this one's about the equipped deadlift. So we've got the deadlift suit on, the same one I've been using for nearly a year now. I've been using this deadlift suit, the size 36 Velocity. Super good suit, super duper recommend it for. And if you look at the Titan size guide, with me going up to the next weight class now, it's in the comp fit, so it's as absolute tight as I'd recommend. However, there's scope to get into a 34 potentially with my squat and deadlift suit, maybe a 38 with my bench shirt. We'll see, but it just leaves a very, very narrow margin. You know, there'll be very few weights I can get down with that shirt and suits. But anyway, back onto the focus of this video, the equipped deadlift. So as we know with a deadlift suit, you don't get much carryover out of that, especially as a conventional lifter. You get a hell of a lot more out of sumo. Even then, you don't get a ton. Whereas for me at the moment, I feel like the wraps in the suit, there's 2 meter wraps and no briefs with a squat suit, I get probably about 50 kilos. And with a bench shirt, I feel like I'm probably getting about 40 kilos. So that's roughly the sort of carryover we're thinking. And with a deadlift suit, maybe I'm only getting 10 kilos. So you sort of see roughly the suits and the shirts, how much to sort of give you. As you'll see from this video today with the equipped deadlift, we went for a 270. So we did it. This took 2 tries actually. The first try, I got it up, but when I initially picked it up, it rolled a little bit from the palm of my hand where I like it down into the fingers, and it's strange how it wasn't the grip that failed, it was the hip lockout, which just strange things happen. But that did cause me to think, why did that happen? And what I've concluded is wearing the wrist wraps on the deadlift, it was struggling with the suit and how tight you like to get everything with the wrists. It was just struggling me to lose a bit of position. So I decided to get rid of the wrist wraps, and I've had good success without that. So I think no wrist wraps could be the way forward for me on deadlifts in general, not just equipped deadlifts. So just a bit more talk about the suit. The suit always pops you that bit off of the floor, so you're never going to struggle getting it off of the ground with the deadlift. But as you've already heard me talking, I was having a bit of trouble with grip, and I had a bit of trouble with grip the last time I attempted 270. So yeah, it wasn't a PB like the bench press was the last week. It was matching the PB. But you could call it a PB because the last time it was insufficient lockout, to my standards anyway, and it was on a flexible bar. This time it was on a stiff IPF bar with proper commands, you know, a good lift. So like I said, struggle with grip. So one of the accessory exercises I did was static holds. So you're doing 1 rep deadlift. Obviously this is afterwards I've took the suit off completely raw, just with a belt, bit of chalk. So you take this, you take it a normal deadlift up to the top, and I've got my dad counting 10 seconds before I put the bar down, just really up, focusing on that grip. And then I'll do 3 sets of that, just waiting, only a minute or something between. It's not very taxing exercise, only taxing on the hands and the recovery in 30 seconds. So we do that and just focus on the lower back, make sure it's all alright, we don't want to incur any injuries. We did some back extensions, grabbed a 32 kilo kettlebell, just hugged that in nice to the chest. A bit awkward to get older, but once you get older, I mean, it's easy enough. Just gradually increase that weight and make sure you strengthen up that lower back, because although it isn't my limiting factor in the deadlift as such, as I've told you, the grip is probably the limiting factor. I have had it before a year ago when the lower back was in pain from deadlifts. So you know, you've just got to keep the wolf away from the door as such, you know, and just make sure that that don't happen again. So that's it for my equipped deadlifts. I'll do the deadlift to 270. I've also got a video of the 200 kilo static hold and the 32 kilo back extensions for 12. So thank you for joining me. The next instalment of this series would be my equipped squat session. I'm hoping for some real big numbers on that day. But thank you for joining me. But until next time, keep lifting that big one.
Yeah! Come on! Yeah! Now's the time! Opening up, go on, opening up, down, boring. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 5, and a 6, and a 7, and a 8, and a 9, and a 10, down.